Good afternoon. My name is Sloan Miller, and today T and I will be talking about types of workplace diversity. Our main thesis states that, similar to other aspects in life, diversity is one of the key factors that can either make or break the workplace in becoming successful. However, it is unfortunately common to experience discrimination in the workplace. Some of the areas where we see this are age, gender, and race. The aging population in the workplace often has to experience ageism, which is a stereotyping and discrimination against individuals. Gender discrimination may present itself in the gender pay gap or preferred work schedules. The gender pay gap refers to the difference in earnings between men and women. The gender pay gap can happen purely because of discrimination, but also because of the differences in hours worked. Oftentimes, women are not able to work more hours because their schedules must allow them to accommodate caregiving and other unpaid obligations. To explain racial discrimination, we must first define race and ethnicity. Race is the biological heritage, including skin color and associated traits, that people use to identify themselves. Ethnicity is the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. Racial discrimination can be defined as treating an employee unfavorably because of a certain race or because of personal characteristics associated with race. The law forbids discrimination when it comes to any aspect of employment, including hiring, firing, pay, promotions, and any other term or condition of employment.
Next, the largest diversity in the workplace is people with disability. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission classifies a person as disabled if he or she has any physical or mental impairment that sustainably limits one or more major life activities. Although it's been difficult to study how each condition affects employment, the law recognized that a visually impaired person could not be an airline pilot, or a person with profound mobility constraints could not be a firefighter. However, things are getting better with computer technology and other adaptive devices have shattered many employment barriers for other employees with disability, as well as include disability in their diversity and inclusion plans despite their concerns. Another diversity that can be found in the workplace surrounds religion. Religious discrimination in the workplace can be reflected from the case of Hollister and Abercrombie and Fitch versus Hani Khan, where Khan refuses to remove her headscarf, known as hijab, in the demand of her supervisor because it violated the company's looks policy. As a result, Khan got fired a week later. After the unfortunate event of 9/11, religious diversity issues in the United States revolves around Islam. Besides that, religious belief can have effects in the workplace because they can either prohibit or encourage work behaviors. For example, many conservative Jews believe they should not work on Saturdays, like how some Christians do not want to work on Sundays. Or some pharmacists have refused to give out certain kinds of contraceptives on the basis of their beliefs. As for LGBT, there is an estimation of 5.4 million LGBT employees in the U.S. private sector. Until 2015, U.S. federal law did not prohibit discrimination against employees on the basis of sexual orientation, although many states and municipalities do. In two separate U.S. Supreme Court cases, the justices held that transgender and lesbian, bisexual, and gay individuals were protected under Title VII prohibition against sexual discrimination. Still, in 28 states, workers can be fired for being gay or transgendered. According to several studies, being an LGBT in the workplace does not help with both their physical and mental health. 40% of gay and lesbian employees indicated that they had been unfairly treated, denied promotion, or pushed to quit their job because of their sexual orientation. Another study found that closeted LGBTs who felt isolated at work were 73% more likely to leave their job within 3 years than out workers. Employers all around have their own approaches to the treatment of sexual orientations. For example, in the past, the military adopted the don't ask, don't tell policy, or some just don't hire LGBT employees at all. Lastly, the other types of workplace diversity can be based on social-economic background, team members from different functional areas or organizational units, physical attractiveness, obesity or thinness, job seniority, or intellectual ability. Finally, our question is, have you ever experienced any type of discrimination in the workplace based on your diversity? And how did management handle the situation? Well, this is all Sloan and I have for today. Thank you for listening.